Case 1. Stephanie Monroe versus Michael Monroe. The missing camera. Our first case involves Stephanie Monroe and her ex-husband Michael Monroe. Stephanie runs a small marketing business and hired her ex-husband, Michael, hoping he could not only earn money but also keep up with his child support. As part of the job, Michael received a promotional kit. This included logo t-shirts and a digital camera valued at around $485. When Michael left the company, he failed to return the camera. Instead, he claimed it had been stolen from his home. But here's the problem. He never filed a police report. He had no proof of the theft. And the company held Stephanie responsible, deducting the cost from her paycheck. Judge Judy wasn't buying Michael's excuse. She grilled him on the missing camera, pointing out that it was his responsibility to return company property or compensate for it. After some deliberation, Judge Judy awarded Stephanie $200, less than the claimed $485, but enough to recognize that Michael was accountable. A small but powerful lesson: when you borrow or are entrusted with property, excuses won't hold up in court. Case 2. Kirk Gford versus Katherine Ward, the DUI loan. The second case takes us into a family dispute between a father, Kirk Gford, and his daughter, Katherine Ward. Katherine had a history of DUI charges and owed significant fines. To help her avoid jail and get her license reinstated, Kirk stepped in and paid nearly $2,500 on her behalf. But there was a clear agreement. Katherine was supposed to pay him back monthly. Did she? No. For 3 years, she ignored her obligation. Only once, in March 2004, did she hand over $148 from a paycheck, far short of the total she owed. When Judge Judy asked why she could plan monthly payments for the court, but not for her father, Katherine stumbled. She insisted her father had once told her, "Don't worry about it." But Judge Judy wasn't convinced. Judy cut through the noise. "It was your fine, not your father's. If you could pay the court, you could have paid him." This was a turning point. Katherine finally admitted responsibility. Judge Judy praised her for starting to grow up, but made it clear Katherine must repay her father. Case 3. Custody and family trauma. This case wasn't only about money. It revealed the emotional fallout from Katherine's past struggles. Kirk explained that his grandson had been through trauma because of Katherine's years of instability. He believed the children needed psychiatric counseling to recover. Katherine pushed back, insisting her drug abuse wasn't years, but rather a 6-month period when she was pregnant and in rehab. Judge Judy listened carefully, but it was clear. Whatever the timeline, the children had been affected. Addiction leaves scars, and the court recognized the seriousness of the family's pain. At the time of the hearing, Katherine's son lived full-time with his father, while she only had limited visitation. Kirk had even stepped in at one point to supervise her visits. Judge Judy's role here was to keep the focus. While family drama is messy, Katherine's financial responsibility to her father remained the priority. Still, this discussion showed the bigger picture. Behind unpaid loans, there are often deeper struggles with trust, parenting, and healing. Case 4. Moving forward. Responsibility and redemption. By the final part of this long case, we see Katherine trying to turn her life around. She told Judge Judy she was now working full-time at Home Depot. Her boyfriend was a construction worker, and together they were financially stable. Judge Judy asked the obvious question: "So, if you have a steady job and income now, why haven't you started repaying your father?" Katherine admitted she should have. She tried to explain that her father told her to start fresh and get her life together. But Judge Judy wasn't letting her dodge accountability. Helping someone start fresh doesn't erase debt. Katherine agreed. It was time to act like an adult and pay back what she owed. Themes across all cases. Accountability. From the missing camera to unpaid fines, Judge Judy reinforced the same lesson. Responsibility cannot be avoided. Family bonds versus money. These cases show how money disputes are rarely just about money. They uncover broken trust, strained relationships, and deeper emotional wounds. Addiction and recovery. Katherine's struggles with drugs and alcohol caused ripples that affected not just her, but her children and her father. Judge Judy balanced empathy with firm insistence on responsibility. Judge Judy's style: sharp, direct, and cutting through excuses. Whether it's an ex-husband's excuse for a missing camera or a daughter's justifications for unpaid loans, Judy always brings the focus back to the core truth. You owe, you pay.